The yeas are 60, the nays are 39. Conference report is agreed to.
We all know the economic crisis, rising unemployment, rampant foreclosures, frozen credit started in the financial markets. If we're going to make sure this disaster never happens again, the solution has to start here, and it has. If you can draw a straight line on greed on Wall Street to the grief on Main Street, throughout Nevada and across the country, it's pretty easy to see what happened. It cost too many workers across this country their jobs, too many retirees in Nevada and across this country their savings, and too many families in Nevada and around this country their homes.
And so this bill is far more important than its pieces, in the sense that if you ask me what do I hope is the ultimate goal of this bill, it is obviously that it works, that the financial structure can produce the results, provide the tools necessary when the next economic crisis comes, as it certainly will, that it will be contained and not metastasized or spread as this one has to affect so much, not only our own economy, but elsewhere. But more importantly than all of that is the sense of confidence and trust in the system, in our financial system. When you deposit your paycheck, when you take out a mortgage, a student loan, a credit card obligation, a car loan, all of those things that Americans engage in over and over again every single day, they need to have confidence and trust in their financial system. And that's what we've done. Ending too big to fail, it never again, ever again, should we have to go through what we did in the fall of 2008 to ask the American taxpayer to write a check for $700 billion to bail out a handful of financial institutions that, frankly, in many cases, had helped create the mess we were in. To see to it that we would end up with an early warning system so that we could avoid the kind of spreading of these problems that we've seen happen over the last several years. That thirdly, we'd have a consumer protection agency. I can't believe the opposition to this. The idea that there'd be a place where people could wake up in the morning focused on one issue, and that is to make sure that the consumers of financial products were going to be somewhat protected in a system that, frankly, had never protected them too well before. And that thirdly, or fourthly rather, the idea that we would ending up with the transparency. I thought Senator Cantwell said it well this afternoon. Going from a $100 billion to $150 billion business to $600 trillion, exploding without the kind of oversight and transparency needed for exotic instruments. There's a lot more in this bill than just those 4 points. But that's what's the heart of all of this, to provide the tools and the structure to go forward.
If we're going to recover, we have to learn from the mistakes of the past. We will recover. We have learned. We have to resolve not to repeat them. That's what this vote is all about.
I want to believe very deeply it's an important day for our country, that we made a promise in the fall of '08 that we would do everything in our power to see to it we never put the American public in the position we were in September and early October of 2008. And we have fulfilled that commitment with the passage of this legislation today and the signing of this bill, I hope, in the coming days by the President.